Hey guys, welcome to today's mini lesson where we are going to focus on one particular sticking and see how much mileage we can get out of it. Now this particular sticking is a double paradiddle. So it's two double paradiddles followed by two doubles on each hand. And what the sticking is right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, crash. Now, how I come up with different sticking patterns is basically math. I think of any kind of sticking pattern. This one came to me because I was like, oh, okay, a double paradiddle. Let's do two double paradiddles. So that's 6 notes. Each double paradiddle is 6 notes. So 6 plus 6 equals 12. Now we have 4 remaining notes left before we can fill out the whole measure of 16th notes. So I was like, okay, let's just do a right, right, left, left, and call it done. Alright, practice that nice and slow, play it in time, practice it with a metronome. Once you have it in your muscle memory, now we can have fun with it. What we're going to do is accent the first and the third note of the double paradiddle. Now, with each accented note, we're going to put a kick drum underneath it, so it's going to be in unison. Now, what you're going to do, we're going to use it as a fill on just the snare. So, we're going to groove for 3 bars, and then the 4th bar, you're going to do that sticking pattern with 16th notes. Alright, now once you have that down, let's move it around. Let's put our accents on our tom. So the right hand accent is going to be on the floor tom, and the left hand accent is going to be on the rack tom. Now, once you have that down, let's just put the accent on the crashes. Now, in between your hi-hat and snare. Now, the next one is kind of a fuse of the last two. What we do is accented notes on the right hand. Now, each note that's a single and not a double with the left hand is going to be on the rack tom, and each unaccented note that's a single with the right hand is going to be on the floor tom, and then each double is going to be on the snare drum, and that sounds like this. Now, another fun thing you can do is basically use it as a groove. I got this concept from David Garibaldi's book, but it's called Future Sounds. It's a really good book. Check it out. What we do is we groove for 4 bars, and then for 4 bars you just play that sticking pattern between the hi-hat and the snare. So keep the right hand on the hi-hat and the left hand on the snare. Now, once you have all that down, what we're going to do is put it into 30-second notes. So what that is double the speed of 16th notes. And since we're doubling the speed, that means we're going to start the fill on count 3. Now this is the territory where it kind of turns into what you call a lick, a drum lick. So let's start it on the snare with just 30-second notes. Alright, once you have that down, let's move it around. Put your accents on the toms. Now, in between your hi-hat and snare. Now that complicated one I try to describe. Accents on cymbals, unaccented notes that are singles on the toms, doubles on snares. Now, since it's 30-second notes and we started on count 3, we can start on count 1, but we just have to double the sticking pattern. So now what we're going to do is just on the snare. So 2 times through that sticking pattern in 30-second notes. Now, in between our hi-hat and snare drum. Now, accents on our cymbals. Now, accents on our toms. Alright, check this out. This is a tongue twister. Accented notes on the cymbals, unaccented singles on the toms, and doubles on the snare. Alright, that's it. That's kind of how I approach a lot of things. I like to think from one thing, learn 1,000. So, come up with your own sticking patterns, come up with your own variations of this sticking pattern. Practice, and I'll see you next time.